What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We are back at Copart for another Copart walk around. We're going to jump right into this today with number one on my list, the thumbnail, a 2013 Infiniti G37, listed as a non-runner with no odometer. I wonder what could be wrong with this one. We're going to walk around it real quick, see if we can find any visible body damage, anything on the outside like a severe accident that would cause it not to run. It's got a broken taillight over there, no big deal. This is the G37xS. Oh my goodness. I did not realize that this was an XS. I thought this was just a G37. Okay, I'm actually a little bit excited about this now. There's a little bit of damage up here to the bumper. Again, nothing very serious and nothing that I can see that would cause it to not run on the outside. So why don't we take a look at the inside and see if there's anything in here that looks, questionable, suspect. Nothing at all. Okay, what is this? What is that? Oh, a Gretty tune. This thing's she's got a tune on her, and they left it with the car. That was really, really nice of them. Really nice. They didn't have to do that. It smells funky, guys. And I'm having a hard time distinguishing what that smell is. It's kind of between maybe a flood or electrical. Maybe both. Maybe flood and electrical. Okay. There's your OBD port. There's some kind of corrosive material all over there. Look at that. What is that? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. We got a lot of cable shoved up under here. The key could go in there. All right. Nothing. Dead as a doornail. Okay, let's start with the basics. We'll start with putting a jump on it, assuming the engine isn't missing. I guess that's always a possibility. There might not even be anything under the hood of this. Uh-oh. Oh no, the hood doesn't pop. Come on. There we go. Well, we got one side. Now we got to get the other side. Give it up, man. Give it up. Nope. This side is stuck. All right, I got the hood open, and unfortunately, it's bad news. Lots of bad news. There is mud. Very interesting. Like, I don't know if somebody was putting the motor in or if they were taking the motor out. I don't know. The belt is missing. The coolant hose down here is missing. Both of the air intake boxes are missing. There's a fuel pressure regulator right here sitting on top of the engine. It looks like a lot of mud. Maybe mud daubers, or maybe it was in a flood. I don't know. Obviously, somebody's done some aftermarket work on the suspension there. But yet nothing is hooked up. Like hoses, wires, everything is just... look at all this. So I'm not going to make any attempt to start this. It's not going to run, number one. And number two, if it's got gasoline in it with that fuel pressure regulator removed, I'm going to shoot gasoline all over the place. And yeah, I'm not trying to do that either. Damn, she was a nice looking car though. I mean, this is slick. This is slick. Yeah, unfortunately, I think this belonged to somebody that tuned it, blew it up, and they never got around to fixing it. So, moving on. Next on my list, a very unimpressive and uneventful car. A 2008 Ford Taurus. It's a donation, and it supposedly runs and drives. It's also got some very nice tires. Primewell on the front, Firestone on the back. It's got a really nice pearl color paint job. Like, honestly, the paint job is worth more than the car. This is very clean. This is very, very clean. Another Firestone on the back and a Falcon on the front. with no tread on the outside at all. Definitely got a little bit of suspension work to be done there. 217,000 miles on the clock. Boy, she's seen a lot of road, hasn't she? Really looks good. For 217,000 miles, it looks really, really good. Nothing smells funky. Ugh. I smell an air freshener. That's why. I smell an air freshener up in here. All right. Oh, is she really gonna run on her own? Okay, now this has to be another version of the Ford 500 because my Ford 500 had this same thing right here. My Ford 500 looked identical to this. Very, very, very similar car. That starter didn't sound too good, did it? Let's do that again. Hold on. Ooh, that starter sounded rough. But I mean, it started. It did. It started right up. Oil change required. Says the oil change was due December 15th of 21 at 218,000 miles. So I heard the AC compressor kick on. That didn't sound good either. Like, the AC compressor sounded pretty sick when it first fired up. But I can tell you this, the AC is cold immediately. Power steering feels good. The brakes feel good. Backwards. Forwards. We've got no warning lights on the dash. Not a check engine light, nothing. And on a car that starts up on its own, you would assume that it has the memory from when it was brought here. So if it had a transmission problem or something, you should see a check engine light. And there's nothing. The radio works. Important window works. Okay, guys, this might be a decent car. I mean, I know she's got some miles on her, but honestly, miles don't scare me all that much. Let's pop the hood. She's working with a Duratec. I think they're still Duratecs. I don't remember, but I think this is still considered a Duratec engine. 3.5 liter. She sounds healthy. The coolant level is good. It's full. Engine is nice and quiet. Let's see what the transmission fluid looks like. You still had a dipstick on these. It's a little dirty, but I mean, it's not awful. You've got a genuine Motorcraft battery. Somebody was taking very good care of this. I'll bet if we pulled up a Carfax report on this, I'd almost bet, I don't want to say I would, but I would almost bet a Carfax report on this would show a one owner. And obviously dealer service. Although the oil change that I'm looking at here is from take 5, December of 2021, 218,746. So it's not quite ready for an oil change yet. Huh. Let's pop the trunk. Let's see if there's anything back there. How do you turn the stuff on the screen here? See, I don't see any buttons. I haven't had a Ford 500 in a long time. There's lots of buttons up here, but I don't see anything to, like oil change required. How do you scroll through that stuff? I don't know. Maybe, oh, right here. There we go. There we go. Please close door. Yeah, got you. Let's close the door. It seems pissed off. There we go. 189 miles to empty. 217,000 miles. 21 miles a gallon. Trip A, 38.5 miles. Trip B, 85 miles. Let's give her a little rev. Yeah. I don't know, guys, but I think that this is a good one. I think for somebody looking for themselves a decent, cheap car, this would be great. It's not a tiny one either. It's not like an Econo box. This isn't a little bitty car. This is a good size vehicle, guys. You still got the spare tire. It's even still got the stickers on it. It's still got the writing on it over here, guys. It's still got the writing on the spare tire. This thing's never been on the ground. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very, very rare one to find out here. It may be high miles, but this is one that I'd be willing to put money on. You could jump in her and you could go. You could get in this car and go. Actually, I'm tempted to go ahead and throw a bid on it myself. Truthfully, I am. Because I think this right here, guys, is a score. All right, here we go. It's literally sitting at $125. Are you kidding me? Let's do $775. That's an insane deal for this car. Winning. We're winning it at $225 for this thing. Guys, I would jump on this all day long. I'm telling you, I got a good feeling about it. All it's left to do, see what happens in the auction, because we got 20 hours remaining. Last one on my list is a 2019 Subaru Legacy. I had to come look at it. I know you're looking at it right now going, oh my God, why would you even think about this? Guys, the reason why, listen to me, 2019 Subaru Legacy. This car is for sale. Buy it now for $2,800. $2,800. Buy it now with a 2.5 liter. I'm sorry, but what am I missing here? That is way too cheap. Now I know that it's probably damaged beyond reasonable repair. It's got 75,000 miles on it, which honestly for a 19, that's quite a bit of miles. That's quite a bit of miles. It is a run and drive too. It's a run and drive. Now, every bag is blown, and I'm 100% certain she's got some frame damage. But you're talking about a 2.5 liter all-wheel drive Subaru, man. Look at it. It smells good. Now, how bad is the damage? I'm pretty certain it's got frame damage. It took a hard hit to the front. It says it runs though, so let's put the key in it. It's got power. Hell, let's see what it does. It's got a nice screen. Fired right up. It still has brakes. The steering is still functional. There's your infotainment center. Air conditioning. Okay. We'll see. I'm sure the AC does not work. I'm pretty sure it's got a blown condenser, blown radiator. Everything over there is probably just blown apart. Obviously, it needs a dashboard. It needs every airbag imaginable. Yeah, pretensioners are blown as well. Like it's got problems. It does have a brake light on as well. Goes into gear, forward and backward. It is revved up a little on the high side. Let's pop the hood. Looks like it's already popped. Port window works. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off because I'm absolutely certain it's got no coolant. So we don't want to sit here and just run her all day like that. The wheel is turned to the driver's side on that side and the same on this side. So yeah, it looks like the steering is still intact, but it also looks like the whole front of this car got shifted. Oh, they zip tied the hood so you can't get into it. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, there's your frame rail, guys. Well, you can't see it. I bet I can't get you in there to see it either. Not really. Everything on this side is bent way up. I mean, way up. The frame rail, I'm looking at it, that attaches to the bumper is right here by the battery, right here, okay? On this side, that same frame rail is down here. Look, hopefully you can see it. You should be able to just look at the camera and see how bad that is. That is severe. That is severe. And this frame rail is tweaked as well, I'm sure of it. There's no way you could tweak that frame rail that much and not tweak this one as well. Now, could it be fixed? If I knew a guy, yeah, I'm sure it could be fixed. I'm sure V-Tune could jump in on this with a frame machine and straighten this sucker out in no time and be done with it. I don't think you could straighten this, honestly. I think this is one you're gonna have to section it, probably cut it and replace it. I think it's gonna be too badly damaged to straighten it out without affecting the structural integrity of the car later. Also, the undercarriage, this subframe piece under here, it took a nasty hit as well, and that's what holds the engine and everything in. So I'd be willing to bet money that is shot too, along with every airbag. Yeah, it'd cost you a lot of money. It costs you a lot of money to put this car back together, even if you knew a guy that could do it. I just don't know if it would, don't know if it'd be worth it. But I had to look at it anyway. I did, I had to, because I was just like $2,800 for a 2019 Subaru. You just don't see that. You don't see that, especially in this market. The powertrain alone has got to be worth more than that. Moving on. Never mind, we're not moving on. It's the end of the video. I've been out here all day. When I start progressing through the videos throughout the week, man, like I start just getting. We got another couple videos that I got to record though, so I'm going to get out of here. But do me a favor, if you enjoyed today's video, hit that thumbs up button. And what do you think of the cars we showed today, including the Ford Taurus and the 2019 Subaru? I know the G37 was a disappointment, but this Subaru though, man, the Subaru's got to be worth its weight in gold just in the powertrain alone, man. And that Ford Taurus, Ford 500, whatever it is, I think that's a steal of a deal. Stay tuned to find out if we win it. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video. Comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're not currently subscribed. I would truly appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.